Alright, what is up, you guys? I'm just gonna run through the matches of AEW. I'm not gonna talk about everything that happened on AEW tonight. I'm just gonna run through the matches real quickly. To start off the show, we had FTR versus Private Party. This was a pretty decent match between Private Party and FTR tonight to start off AEW. This was an alright match. It was decent for what it was. It was an alright match. It was decent. It was a decent tag team match. It was alright. I thought it was a pretty decent match between FTR and Private Party to start off AEW tonight. I thought it was a pretty decent match. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was really nothing special, but it was just decent enough to be a decent match. I mean, I enjoy FTR. I'm kind of a fan of Private Party. So this was a pretty decent match to start off AEW tonight with FTR versus Private Party. This was an alright match. I thought it was pretty decent for what it was. It really wasn't nothing exciting. It was just your basic run of the mill tag team match with FTR versus Private Party to start off AEW. This was alright. It was a decent match for what it was. It was all it did enough to keep my attention. It was really all nothing that special. It was just your basic run of the mill tag team match to start off the night for AEW with FTR versus Private Party. This was an alright tag team match. I thought it was decent. I thought it was alright. I thought it was pretty decent for what it was. And FTR ended up picking up the win over Private Party tonight on AEW in a pretty decent to okay tag team match. And then we had another 8-man tag team match with the original Nightmares with the Nightmares versus the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers. This was a just an absolute train wreck. This match lost. The referee lost total control of this match. The referee just let this match get out of hand. This match was not enjoyable by no means. This match is just your eight. This is your 8-man run of the mill tag team match again. Another tag team match on AEW. I've been saying it for weeks. AEW is killing themselves by oversaturating and overdoing these tag team matches. And I'm right again. They're continuing to overrun these tag team matches, which is getting very, very boring. I do not care about, AEW they're just killing their product by overrunning these tag team matches. They're overdoing it. It's too much. I mean, they're not even focusing in on the one-on-one competition. They're just overrunning their company with tag team matches, and I don't care. I don't like that, man. I don't think that's a good way to go about running your company. Is doing this tag team match after tag team match after tag team match. I don't think that's the way you should go. But we had the Nightmares and Jurassic Express versus the Butcher and the Blade versus the Lucha Brothers. This was an alright tag team match. I mean, it was your basic 8-man run of the mill tag team match tonight on AEW. It was nothing all that great. The referee let this match get completely out of hand. The referee lost total control over this match, and Jurassic Express and the Nightmares ended up picking up the win over the Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Brothers again get buried. I don't care. So there you go. And then we had the Elite versus Dark Order 3, 4, and 5. Another tag team match. So this is 3 tag team matches we've had tonight on AEW. We had the Elite versus Dark Order 3, 4, and 5. I don't care. The Elite ended up destroying the Dark Order 3, 4, and 5 in a tag team match. So there you go. And then we had Brody Lee. We have Brody Lee versus Cody. Brody Lee squashes Cody for the TNT Championship tonight for AEW. So there you go. And then we had the Nightmare Sisters, Brandy and Allie versus Ivelisse and Diamante. This was an alright women's tag team match. It was decent for what it was to be a women's tag team match. It was decent for what it was. It was alright. I didn't really care for it. It was decent to be a women's match for what it was. It was nothing all that great. It was nothing to really write home about. It was just your decent women's tag team match. It was nothing all that great. It was alright to be a women's tag team match for what it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Nightmare Sisters. I'm a huge fan of them, but they just made them look weak, man. AEW's making them look weak. I'm gonna be serious. The AEW women's division is in shambles right now. So, but we had the Nightmare Sisters versus Ivelisse and Diamante tonight in a women's tag team match. This women's tag team match was alright. It was nothing all that great. It was nothing to write home about. It was your decent women's match tonight on AEW. It was a women's tag team match, and Diamante and Ivelisse ended up picking up the win over the Nightmare Sisters tonight on AEW in a women's tag team match. This tag team match was alright. It was nothing all that special. It was what it was. It was nothing to really write home about. And then and then my friend Thunder Rosa made her AEW debut tonight. I want to talk about that. I'm really excited to see my friend Thunder Rosa on AEW. I want to see what AEW does with her. I wonder if they're going to bury her. I wonder if they're going to bury her just like they have everybody else. But I think it's really cool that, AEW has called up Thunder Rosa, one of my friends on YouTube. I think that's pretty cool. I'm glad Thunder Rosa is getting her shot on AEW, and I can't wait to see her match with Hikaru Shida at All Out. I think that's going to be a pretty good match between them two. So I think Thunder Rosa making her AEW tonight was the best part of the show. AEW was not really all that great. It was a decent show. It was nothing that great. I'm gonna give AEW a 1 out of 10. The best thing tonight was my friend Thunder Rosa making her AEW debut tonight. That was the only best thing on the show. Other than that, the rest of the show was just blah. AEW is just overdoing it with tag team matches. They're killing their product. They're just doing too many tag team matches, and that's my opinion. They're just overrunning. They're oversaturating the product with tag match after tag match after tag match. Why ain't they focusing in on the one-on-one competition? I don't get that. They've already buried the Lucha Brothers. They've already buried. They buried FTR. Two of my favorite tag teams. You buried them. I mean, I don't get what AEW is doing right now. They squashed Cody tonight. I don't get that. I thought Cody would have went a bit. I thought Cody would have went a little bit longer being the TNT champ. I thought they would have went with Cody being a little bit longer for being the TNT champion. I would have thought AEW would have ran with him just a little bit longer with him being the TNT champion. I would have thought they would have ran with that, but and then like I said, the best thing about AEW tonight was my friend Thunder Rosa making her AEW debut tonight. That was the best thing on the show overall. AEW was just, I didn't care for it. It was a blast show. I didn't care for it. AEW just overdoing it with tag team matches. They're oversaturating the product. They're not focusing in on the one-on-one competition. They're not doing women's matches at all. I don't understand that. I don't get that at all. But I mean, AEW is just running too many tag team matches. They're overdoing it. So I'm going to give AEW overall a 1 out of 10. The best thing about AEW tonight was my friend Thunder Rosa making her AEW debut tonight. That was really cool. So big shout out to Thunder Rosa, man. I'm glad to see you on AEW. I hope you become AEW Women's Champion. So big shout out to my friend Thunder Rosa. Big shout out to her, man. I hope she becomes AEW. I hope she becomes AEW Women's Champion, and I hope they don't bury her. But I'm glad Thunder Rosa made her AEW debut tonight. That's really cool, man. I'm happy for Thunder Rosa. I'm glad AEW is giving her a call and, letting her come up to the big leagues. I'm glad that's really cool. So big ups to Thunder Rosa. Big shout out to Thunder Rosa on making her AEW debut tonight. Overall, AEW was a 1 out of 10. The show was just blah. I didn't enjoy it. AEW is just, they don't care about anything that they're doing right now. It just goes to show they're just overdoing it with too many tag team matches, and that's my opinion. So overall, for me, AEW gets a 1 out of 10. The best thing about AEW tonight was my friend Thunder Rosa making her AEW debut tonight. So guys, if you guys like this AEW review, hit that thumbs up. And guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions on AEW down in the comment section below this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions on AEW tonight down in the comment section below. And guys, thank you guys for watching this AEW review. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys like this AEW review, hit that thumbs up. And guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell for all notifications here on the channel. That way you guys won't miss an upload or a live stream here on my channel. And I want to say thank you to everybody that continues to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate that. And thank you guys for continuing to comment on my videos, for watching my videos, for sharing out my videos. I really do appreciate that. And guys, make sure you share out this AEW review tonight. I would really appreciate that. And guys, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell for all notifications. I would appreciate that. So this has been my AEW review tonight. I really enjoyed it. AEW gets a 1 out of 10 from me. They didn't come nowhere close to they came nowhere close to, beating NXT tonight. NXT TakeOver was an 8 out of 10. AEW was a 1 out of 10 for me. So AEW tonight overall gets a 1 out of 10 from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this AEW review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys back here tomorrow night for my SummerSlam review. And until then, you guys have a blessed Sunday night. You guys have a blessed Sunday morning. I'm sorry, guys. You have a blessed Sunday morning. And I will talk to you guys back here tonight for SummerSlam review. And until then, love you guys. I am out. Peace.